I've met really good men, good-hearted men, generous men, thoughtful men, and I've met angry men, violent men, jealous men. So my general perception is that a man's heart can be good.
We live in a society where today's young men, they're over-sexualized. And they look at women, they've lost the ability to look at women in a sacred way.
Je me souviens, moi, quand que je buvais, je me retrouvais dans des voitures, tu sais, je rencontrais des hommes à la fin d'une soirée. Une histoire, entre autres, où le gars voulait pas... Je voulais sortir de la voiture, puis le gars voulait pas ouvrir, débarrer les portes de sa voiture. Puis il a vraiment fallu que je crie pour qu'il, finalement, il débarre la porte de sa voiture. Puis je suis sortie, puis je suis partie à la course.
Les femmes autochtones, c'est sûr que d'un point de vue plus personnel, je me sens plus près d'elles parce que, étant moi-même un autochtone, donc je suis encore plus près d'elles, si on peut dire. Mais pour moi, ça demeure une femme, puis elle mérite le même respect que n'importe quelle autre femme sur la planète.
Moi, j'ai eu la chance quand même d'avoir deux parents qui se respectaient, qui s'aimaient. Et on ressentait vraiment une plénitude et une paix dans la maison. Donc, ça, je les remercie et je trouve vraiment que j'ai eu la chance d'avoir un beau couple comme ça, un beau modèle de couple.
Je me suis mariée, j'ai marié un allochtone, j'ai dû sortir de la communauté parce que la loi disait « on t'enlève ton statut ».
Women are not, we don't sing enough about them. They're somewhat unsung. Everything that they accomplish, I tell you, I would more readily see a woman move a mountain than a man move a mountain.
Ben, quand j'écoute ou ben je vois, j'observe, je vois que les femmes autochtones ils ont une certaine fierté, il y a une certaine force aussi, une détermination.
I think, you know, in the Mohawk traditional way, there was a way of dealing with people who were violent. The men in the community would come and approach the man and say, whoa, you won't do this anymore. And they gave that man an opportunity to change for the better or leave, and that woman felt safe. The community looked out for each other. Men had roles and women had roles. And now I know when I flipped that, there was violence and abuse of power and dysfunction, and it all comes from, you know, the atrocities of our people since, you know, colonization, residential schools, genocide, Indian Act, displacement, 60 scoops. So we got a big tangled mess, and we have to start combing that out, and we'll start to remove all the junk that has been put in our lives.
The missing and murdered women issue is directly tied to, like, the residential schools. It's tied to the theft of resources, the loss of language, you name it. Everything that we once were was taken away from us. And we were given something that's just not in our genetics. And it's hard for us to struggle between what we once were, what we are now, and what we want to be. So I think there's something there that we have to look at on every level. The missing and murdered women, I mean, it's a shameful, and I think it's a very disgraceful fact in this country that this is going on. And the fact that they're actually minimizing the impact, whether it be social or economic, but also the number of the women that are being murdered. They try to minimize it to make it look to the rest of the world that it's not so bad. Not so bad. I mean, had they done this to say Jewish women were being killed at this rate, there would be an uproar at the UN. The whole world would condemn it. But because it's done to First Nation women and children, it seems that that's acceptable.
Ils ont essayé de sortir l'Indien de l'enfant, ils n'ont jamais réussi, puis ils réussiront jamais. Ils ont bien beau là, les avoir mis dans les séminaires, dans les pensionnats, puis les tuer puis enterrer ça en arrière du pensionnat. Ils ont bien beau avoir essayé, ils n'ont jamais réussi.
I knew a girl named Jocelyn in Alberta, and she was missing for 17 months or something. And it just kind of faded away. There wasn't really any resolution to it. She's still missing, so assumed dead. And yeah, it's sad. It's sad that the Canadian government hasn't really stepped into high gear. It's sad that the RCMP and the provincial police haven't really stepped up into high gear.
Et moi, je pense que les corps policiers, que ce soit autant au niveau des Premières Nations, au niveau des municipalités, des provinces et du fédéral, doivent travailler ensemble pour essayer de trouver les réponses aux questions dont on se pose. Mais pendant que ce travail se fait, et pour moi c'est un travail policier, il faut que nos leaders ensemble, autant les leaders autochtones que non autochtones, aillent aux sources du problème. Et on les connaît bien, les causes. On en connaît plusieurs, puis on se dit tant... Puis il faut quand même être honnête avec soi-même. Tant aussi longtemps que ces problèmes n'auront pas été résolus de façon acceptable, ben, on va vivre ces événements extrêmement malheureux.
C'est sûr que ça réveille en moi la blessure de l'injustice. Beaucoup de questions surviennent. Pourquoi? Pourquoi ces femmes-là n'ont pas les mêmes droits que les femmes autochtones? Encore aujourd'hui, en 2017, je comprends pas qu'on en soit encore là.
I think the answers are simple. You know, we have to stop the shame, the guilt, and the blame, and say, not what they're gonna do, what am I gonna do? Because we know that we touch the lives of so many people around us. What influence do we have? We have to ask ourselves that. And going to ceremony and going to dance and drumming and being around positive people, we start to see that, hey, this is a safe environment and I can finally let go of all this garbage.
I've seen the grief in your faces when you came to the AFN. Now you have to match that grief with perseverance, patience, and use the love of those that you've lost to keep fighting. And don't give up, because I'm not going to give up on my end as a chief. I have 2 daughters, and I have 1 granddaughter. And believe me, I have an incentive to be there with you, because, God forbid, it should be one of them that disappear on me. I don't know what that would do. I know it would tear me to pieces. And so we have to stop it now. I won't go.